Gon is a monster. Not because of what he does throughout the show, but because of how easily he crosses the line once something he loves is taken from him. No hesitation, no remorse, just a straight descent into madness. Ready to sacrifice everything without a second thought. That unraveling, that's what makes Hunter x Hunter so philosophical. It isn't your typical good versus evil story. It's a deep dive into what we become when we hurt. This depth is what makes Hunter x Hunter unmatched. Published in 1998 in Weekly Shonen Jump, Hunter x Hunter was created by none other than Yoshihiro Togashi, the genius behind Yu Yu Hakusho, a blueprint for modern shonen. Married to Sailor Moon creator Naoko Takeuchi, Togashi has battled severe health issues for years, vanishing into long hiatuses, and yet, despite it all, he created this. A story that rips apart the idea of heroes and villains and makes us stare into the mirror instead. It's a story about Gon, a 12-year-old kid who wants to follow in the footsteps of a father who abandoned him. But here's the part many forget. Gon was lied to. He was told his parents died in an accident. And it was Kite, a student of his father, who saved Gon from a giant fox bear when he was just 9 years old, that told him the truth. The truth that his father is alive, that his name is Jing, and that he's a hunter. This moment rewires Gon. The lie, the rescue, the truth, that all drives him to become a hunter himself and chase after the man who left him behind, trying to understand what makes being a hunter worth abandoning his own child. Along the way, while taking the hunter exam, he makes friends. Kurapika, Deorio, and Kirua, another 12-year-old boy, born into the infamous Zoldyck family of assassins. Kirua, despite his upbringing, defies his family's path. Gon hears this story, learns about Kirua's assassin's past, and doesn't flinch, doesn't judge. He smiles and accepts Kirua completely. Togashi didn't give us heroes to root for or villains to hate. He gave us multi-dimensional people, flawed, raw, human, and he forces us to confront our own morality by showing theirs. Let's start in York New, a gritty crime thriller that unfolds after the hunter exam in Heaven's Arena. By now, our characters have learned the basics of Nen, a genius system that redefines how power is built. No power levels, no linear scaling. Nen is about creativity, strategy, and limitations. It rewards how well you understand yourself, not just how strong you are. That's Togashi's genius. He made power personal. Kurapika, the last survivor of the Kurta clan, known for their unique scarlet eyes, is driven by revenge. His goal? Destroy the people who slaughtered his clan and retrieve their stolen eyes. His enemies, the Phantom Troop, also known as the Spiders, murderers and thieves, born in Meteor City, a lawless dump for the world's forgotten. Its people don't exist in official records. The city barely exists at all. Kurapika eliminates one of their strongest members. But when he confronts the rest, he doesn't find monsters. He finds loyalty, grief, people who mourn, and it shatters him. Take Bakunoda, a troop member who reads memories with a touch. She's committed crimes, but when faced with Kurapika's chains, she sacrifices herself to save her friends. She knows his ability will kill her if she reveals anything, but she does it anyway, not for justice, not for redemption, but out of love for her makeshift family. Kurapika is forced to look inward, to see that this revenge is turning him into what he hates, and that conflict, that blurred line between victim and villain, is what makes this arc hit so hard. Even Gon, the supposed beacon of innocence, has cracks. Early in York New, he meets Zepile, a former scammer. Gon doesn't judge him. Again, he doesn't care about right or wrong. Zepile sees something no one else does. Gon is driven by pure curiosity. If something impresses him, he's open for it, whether it's good or bad. That's the first seed, the first hint that Gon isn't a moral hero. He just wants to understand, to experience, to feel. And when that curiosity turns obsessive, it becomes terrifying. Gon isn't your typical hero. He's not even a hero at all. And this complexity explodes in the Chimera Ant arc. Meruem, the Ant King, born to dominate from his very first breath, challenges the human world. Take this scene where girls begged for their lives. Meruem replies, "Did you ever lend an ear to cows or swine that begged for their lives?" He exposes human hypocrisy effortlessly. But then Meruem evolves. He learns games, table games, crushes every world champion, until he meets Komugi, a blind girl obsessed with the board game Gungi, a made-up Hunter x Hunter table game. And he couldn't beat her actually. That girl doesn't care about power, only play, and that changes him. He starts to feel, understand, care. He discovers that fragility can hold deep meaning. He stops being a beast, starts becoming a man. On the other hand, Chairman Netero sees Meruem as a threat, so he plans an assault on the king's palace. When Zeno's dragon attack wounds Komugi, Meruem doesn't lash out. He doesn't kill, he listens, he understands, he negotiates. And then he leaves with Netero, not from fear but out of honor, to duel far from people, far from the palace, far from civilians. He understood that the chairman's goal was to take the king away from the royal guards. And the king actually does that. The so-called monster of the arc shows more restraint than most humans in the show. Even during their fight, Netero insults him, and Meruem? Calm, respectful, rational. Meanwhile, Gon unravels. Pito, the royal guard, killed guides. But Gon didn't lash out, not yet, because Pito has made a promise. If he lets her heal Komugi, then she'll do whatever Gon wants, even bring Kite back. That promise was the only thread keeping Gon sane. And when it snapped, so did he. He sacrificed everything to become strong enough, not to win, but to punish. No speeches, no forgiveness, just violence. There's nothing noble about it. Gon didn't save the day. He gave up on it. This isn't good versus evil anymore. It's about a boy whose curiosity became obsession, but how grief can twist you into something monstrous. Togashi doesn't preach. He doesn't tell you how to feel. He gives you monsters with humanity and heroes with blood on their hands. You wrestle with it, you feel uncomfortable, you relate, and then you ask yourself, if I lost what they lost, would I do the same? Hunter x Hunter is not about heroes. Again, it's about how far we fall before we break. That's what makes it unmatched. It's not about power levels, it's about identity, morality, the cost of feeling. That's why this isn't just anime, it's art.